So I'm currently in the housing market looking to buy a new home for my family, and I think I figured out a way to pay it in full before we even move in. I'm just thinking out loud. As content creators, we're constantly learning new ways that we can monetize. And as a content creator for a number of years now, monetization is one of the big parts of why I show up on social media. I post content, I get paid for my content. I do a webinar, I get paid for my time in the webinar. I do a course, I get paid for the course. You get the idea, right? So, as creators, one of the things that I have learned here over the last year is to make sure that I'm creating more offers. So, think about it. If you're going to buy a house, right, they're basically offering you the home at a certain price. And once you accept that price and the terms and the conditions of the deal, then that transaction happens. Now, as content creators, we need to think about how to implement this for ourselves. I need to be able to make more offers so that I can transact finances with that person, give them a product or a service in the amount of the home I want to purchase, right? So, as creators, as influencers, I'm constantly thinking about how I can improve my workflow. And one of the changes that I made in December was letting go certain services and products that simply was not the deal that I needed to be making. I was literally giving away my services for below market value, and that has to change because my offer for that deal was significantly less for me in the value that I was giving out. They were definitely getting a good deal. I was getting a bad deal, right? So when we think about how can I use this same everyday transaction that happens when people go to buy a home, they have to put down a down payment, right? So, in order for me as a creator to think about how I'm going to provide my offer, I need to start asking for a down payment up front, especially when I get ready to launch this mastermind and this high ticket offer. I need a down payment and then the rest of the payments that go along with that over a certain amount of time. That's how buying a house works, right? So unless you have it all cash up right, then you're going to write the full check, which some people are blessed to do that. I looking forward to the day I can go and write a one check for an entire house, pay off the mortgage in full, right? But I also can do this without it coming out of my own pocket. I, a creator, can buy a large purchase such as a house without the finances coming out directly from my pocket. So, how am I going to do that? Glad you asked. I am going to create offers or a offer that will allow me to give value, aka the house, right? The value to a buyer, to a subscriber, to a viewer, to a client, whatever that person is, right? And the amount in which I'm going to ask for is going to be larger, one, than I've been asking for the past because these little $27 a month things just ain't cutting it, especially when the value is more. Let's pause right there. Can you imagine going to a going to buy a house that costs $500,000, and I use $500,000 because here in the DMV, that's kind of what you're looking at. Plus, like really, like the neighborhood right here in the neighborhood that I'm in right now, the new home constructions right next door start at 650,000. So let's go with 650. If the houses are being sold for $650,000, but I go and say, hey, I want to go buy this house, and they say, okay, great. The price for this house is going to be 250,000. I'm going to look at them a little cross-eyed because I know the sign says one thing. I know the area, so the fair market value. Why is this brand new construction only 250,000 when the rest of the houses in the subdivision were sold at a higher value? That is the way I'm really starting to think about my business. And I encourage you to think about your business the exact same way. Are you pricing it too low, which I did, not doing again, or are you pricing it in a way that doesn't make sense? Make sense? Put that in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. So, as a service provider, I am going to make an offer and ask for the amount of money that makes sense for that offer. And I'm going to do this over and over and over and over and over again. And one of the things that we talked about in our last video or a recent video about making $1 million and the clarity of how you can make $1 million, and listening to all the YouTube videos and all the gurus and taking courses, we've overcomplicated it. At least I have. If you're in the same boat, let's ride this wave together to $1 million, because I've broken down the framework of not one, not two, but four different people that I follow online, and I've gone through their framework to see how they're making their money so quickly. They're literally all implementing the same framework. And if you can stay consistent enough on the framework, it just works. I'm already starting to put the things in place for it. And a mastermind group that I'm blessed to be a part of, to even today, we were shaking out some of the kinks in it before it goes to launch. And what I love about you all that are here, that are new subscribers to this brand new channel that we just launched a couple months ago, you all are seeing this in real time. So if you're not paying attention, start paying attention to these videos as they're dropping. We're doing these videos a certain way because I want to show you that the first part of this is getting awareness and creating the content so that you can then give the offer. You're seeing me deliver these videos with no edits. It's just hit the record button, hit the record button again when I'm finished, and literally just cutting off the very end of it when I go and reach, and cutting off the very beginning of it when I go and reach for the red record button. And that's it. The videos are going up so that we can build consistency on this brand. So I want you guys to follow along on this journey and watch me buy this house by using offers to buy the house and not by using my day job to buy the house. All right. If you guys are excited, if you guys want to follow along, put in the comment section what you want to purchase from your offers. Is it a new car? Is it a vacation? Is it a charity you want to give a certain amount to? I want to help us grow together because together we are Creator Strong. Glad you guys for joining me for this video as I'm thinking out loud.